Hey, back.
And we back.
What did it say? You're mocking me, aren't you? It's a picture of Buzz Lightyear saying you're mocking me, aren't you?
Right. Even Cypher's gang was gonna
Dang.
help. Cypher?
Yeah, so in the last episode, if y'all didn't know, check it out. Blaine came to a great epiphany of one of his D&D friends and the character of their
What are we looking for?
D&D world.
Yeah, I'm just so upset. I'm so upset.
Their name was YENSID, otherwise Disney spelled backwards, and Blaine didn't realize it. He's just like, okay, yeah, YENSID, whatever.
Yeah, I just let it blow me over until I was talking about the YENSID in KH2, and I'm like, yeah, and it's just Disney spelled backwards, and I was like, wait a goddamn minute.
Oh, yeah, good on you. Yeah, I saw you slowly come to this epiphany. I was a little bit late to it, but I was like, wait, he's actually upset about something. Oh, it's Nominu. That is an incredibly white worm. She's had drawings of Destiny Island and Kairai. That's what he says. Oh, it's just Woody dancing out of the box.
Yes, so funny.
Blaine's having this personal conversation with his friend.
I'm sorry, I just have to deal with this.
He is. You are typing a fucking novel, dude.
Very funny.
Are you telling him what happened?
Yes.
Me and my brother are recording our gaming channel. Check it out. And started talking about YENSID and whatnot.
Of course.
But I don't get what's been happening.
No, okay. Yeah.
Wait a goddamn. Oh, yeah, you went to this room. I wasn't even looking at what was happening. Yeah, we're in the nominee room.
Yeah, she has drawings of Sora.
Yeah.
Gourd.
They're from the
I think she was recording his memories for him. Because she knew that he was losing his memories, so she started drawing
She's doing a great
his
job.
journeys
He's doing.
and whatnot so that he wouldn't forget them.
How accurate she is.
Look at that. That's exactly how it happens. There's Goofenstein and Dumble.
Well, there's Dumbled, Gatlin,
and
and
Gorystein.
Gatlin and Sarah.
Gatlin and Sarah.
There's Danny Gatlin and Sarah.
Danny, Gatlin, and Sarah.
You and Sora are connected. And in order for Sora...
I wonder who else realized what it was. And
I bet you, because I came to this party a little later than all the other people. I was a later addition because they got the campaign started up,
right.
and then I became friends with them, and then they were like, "Hey, we'll invite this dude." So then they did. And I bet you, whenever they first introduced all his characters, he explained that it's Disney spelled backwards. But I was not a part of that conversation.
You weren't a part of that conversation. Yep.
I'm a witch, with power
There it
over
is.
Sora's memories and those around him.
A witch?
LOL, that's great. Yep, and we recorded it on our gaming channel. Shout out to you, Nathan, by the way.
He's a cool dude.
I just do.
Since you're probably going to be watching this and you're going to send it to him whenever.
Oh yeah, when it comes up, I'm sending it to him. I'm like, watch me fucking flip my shit.
Flip my shit. Shout out to you, Nathan.
It's funny.
Oh my god, so,
I don't know myself at all.
what was I was going to bring up something and I totally... Oh yeah, bring up the story about how you got into this group. I think it's quite interesting.
Hold up.
Okay, very well.
I have to put mental energy on how to word this.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I am currently gonna wrap myself up now in this. Well, also, it's what I wrapped up in last night. Me and Tad recorded Pokemon Coliseum.
How could you even say
By the way, Jess is supposed to show me how to get an emulation Pokemon games, so I
It
can
isn't hard.
so we can do our Nuzlocke.
It ain't hard. But yeah, getting into this D&D group?
Yes, the story, because you weren't originally. They're just gonna invite you on for like a little one-time thing.
Yeah, it was fun. So, I came into UTC as a freshman, right?
Yes.
First semester freshman, didn't know nobody.
Fucking fresh.
Didn't know nobody, no how. And I wasn't currently a theater minor at that time, but I was going to be a part of a production. So
You weren't a theater minor when you started? I thought you were.
no, I wasn't. And I went and auditioned, and I got into one of the plays, Tartuffe. And during the rehearsal time, because at first, since I wasn't a minor, had no reason to be at the theater department the first half of the semester.
Yes.
So I just wasn't around. No one knew who I was. And then Tartuffe came around. And then I started showing up. I started being an actor. I started doing things. People started recognizing who I was. Started making a bunch of friends. Eventually, I get invited to this group chat that is their D&D group chat. And one of them's just like, hey, this is a nerd.
Hey, this guy's a nerd.
Hey, this guy's nerd. Part of us is what is. And my current girlfriend, then not at the time, invited me to be a part of their Halloween one-shot. She was just like, hey, you should come to the one-shot. Jacob said it was alright, just because our group's real cool.
It's a very tight-knit, isn't it?
Yeah. It was a pretty tight-knit group, and we liked each other. And I was like, okay. And the whole reason they didn't want to add another person, because they really didn't want to add another person. Mostly because most of the majority of the group were just learning to play the game. Right. And he didn't want to stop and re-teach me to play the game after he's already been struggling trying to teach all these other people to play the game. Right. Which is understandable. But he was like, okay, I'll let him come to a one-shot, it's fine. So I came to a one-shot, and then he was like, you know how to play the game, right? I'm like, oh yeah, I played it for years. And he was like, oh. And then I started playing it, and I just started doing it. I was like, these are my prepared spells, right? And he was like, oh, yeah, those are. And then I just started rolling and stuff and, like, role-playing. And it was Boric von Prescott was the character I was playing.
Von Prescott.
He was a cleric, and he was just excited to be there. He was just a very happy person. And he was an Aasimar, I think. So he could speak Celestial, which no one else could speak. So he would start telling a story a lot of the time, and he would get really excited about the story and then start speaking in Celestial all of a sudden, so no one could understand the rest of his story. So the whole gag is that like, and then like me and my father went on this journey, and then I was like, then Boric starts speaking in a language you don't understand.
He'd be like a good friend.
And everyone just went. We all died except for one person in that one shot.
Oh.
And the one person ran away.
What is...
So, go on with, so he realized that you knew how to play the game, so was it then? He's like, alright, come on.
Yeah. And then I made my character I'm playing now, Ivok Murter, a human ranger that is illiterate.
Illiterate.
Yep. He's very old. He's like our parents' age. And, yeah, I know, funny, right? I literally, like,
Our
because...
parents are 50.
Well, I imagined him having, like, kids in their 20s. So I was like, then how old will he be? Oh, I'm 20.
That's middle age.
He would be my parents' age.
Our parents are middle age.
Well, it's comparative. It's much older comparative to how people usually play D&D characters. They usually play them around their age.
Dan Smith.
Usually in their 20s.
Dan Smith is...
So compared to your 20s, someone in their 50s is considerably older.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, I gotta get to working on our D&D podcast because I have not done shit about it.
Well, it's not like you've released the first episode, so it's not like anyone's expecting it.
I've talked shit about it.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Not bad, but like... It'll probably be uploaded before this series happens, but...
May even give in. But I've learned...
It's a good time.
Down there's a light that never goes out.
Have you heard from Jess? Since you've been home.
Yeah, he was over at the house sometimes.
That is correct, he was.
But now he got his wisdom teeth, one of his wisdom teeth taken out, so he's been fucked up this whole week. So.
He's fucked up. I was supposed to get 2 of my wisdom teeth taken out, and I refused to do it.
Let's close this door for good.
Because they don't bother me.
Mine don't either. But supposedly they will bother you later in life.
Apparently they get infected easy. But they...
Look at those events of older games.
Like, they bugged me when they were coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it hurt like a bitch. But then after that, it was like, okay, whatever. But my bottom wisdom teeth...
When does yours start bothering you when they start coming in?
Well, I'll go through the whole thing. So, I knew they were coming in.
I promise.
And my bottom ones were coming in when I got my braces off the second time.
How old were you?
You remember when I had braces the second time, right?
I don't remember how old you were.
I was 19. I was going to the academy,
Oh, okay.
and they made fun of me at the academy, saying, "How are we going to train an EMT and firefighter when you look like a 12-year-old?" Blah. It's like, fuck you. But anyway, so also they're in their old garb.
Yeah, because this is from
This
This
is the
is-
cutscene that got corrupted, right? That we couldn't.
Yeah,
watch all
this
the way
is that was the scene whenever that led into Chain of Memories. So all of this is pretty much Chain of Memories. Like right there, this guy gives you like the cards to like actually start playing Chain of Memories. That's Castle Oblivion, where you go to start off Chain of Memories.
through.
Yep.
Guess we need to play Chain of Memories.
It's pretty cool.
So anyway, so I was in the orthodontist. It was after I got my braces off, and I was probably about like, it was like a final checkup of like what the whole deal was, and they told me what I needed to do ahead of time, and I was 20 at this point probably.
Mm-hmm.
So they were going through what I need to do in the future for my teeth. They said, okay, so you have my two bottom wisdom teeth were coming in. They say, are those bothering you at all? I said, not really. They said, well, if they bother you too much, then I would consider taking them out. But if not, they said, whenever I first had braces, when I was a kid, I had like 4 teeth pulled out of my bottom pair of teeth. And they pulled them, so that made my wisdom teeth come in perfectly. However, my top, they said they may become a problem. So if they do, they said they would consider taking them out. And I said, okay. They said, but guess what? Your teeth aren't going to be 100% straight. I said, then why'd I just go through all this? What's going to make them straight? They said you would have to require oral plastic fucking surgery.
Oh.
The reason for this is, ladies and gentlemen, is because when I was a child, I had a traumatic incident happen. I was on a trampoline, bouncing, and there was a much bigger kid than me on this trampoline. Well, we just jumped at the perfect same time. He launches me upward in the air, and I come face down onto the metal bar right in my mouth. And fucked my teeth all to hell. Like, it fucked me up, ladies and gentlemen. It fucked me up so bad to where it knocked my 2 front teeth out. And then, like, it was also happened to be my baby teeth, so we're in good shape. But it fucked it up so bad, and there was a big gash in my gum, where whenever one of my front teeth came in, it started coming in, like, well up on my fucking gum. And they just came in, like I have pictures of this when I was a kid, actually. And my teeth will always not ever be straight unless I had plastic surgery. And they said intense, fucking surgery.
Mm.
So I'm like, fuck all that.
You're like, nah.
I
Not
went
worth
through
it.
2 rounds of braces, and they just for them to tell me I would need extensive plastic surgery to get my teeth 100% straight. So I'm like, all right, fuck you guys.
My teeth aren't 100% straight.
They look 100% straight.
This tooth right here in the front's bucked out a little bit.
And I have these 2 teeth right here that...
That's because I didn't wear my retainer pretty much all freshman year of high school. Whoops.
Well, I just kind of gave up on it because my teeth are always going to be fucked up. And they're not bad fucked up.
I kind of gave up on it because this tooth started bucking out, and then I'm pretty sure if your teeth move too much and you try to put your retainer back in, it messes them up worse. Right?
I don't know, but I do know that I'm to the point now, because when I was in high school and after my first round of braces, I couldn't close my mouth. Like, my mouth was always kind of open. But now I'm to where I can actually close my mouth when I'm not talking. So that helps, and people don't make fun of me for that anymore. But
Wait, what?
people made fun of me back in high school because when my teeth jutted out, that I couldn't really close my mouth.
Oh.
And people didn't really make fun of me. It was just my friends. They go like, "Can't close your fucking mouth, Blake." I'm like, "Fuck you guys."
Sure and all. So
But Also, I had bullies back in high school who did that too, and I just
What's our boss's
actually
name?
fought one of them in the cafeteria, and that's a story. But anyway, now I'm to where I can actually close my mouth. But they finally told me that I would, my teeth will always be crooked. But now I'm to where, like, and they don't look bad. I mean, Blank can attest to it.
No.
Then they're not severe. And people, some of my people who know me from Facebook, like RJ, he's my friend on Facebook, he can attest that I'm not like fucked up or anything. But I did get fucked up back when I was a kid, and it permanently fucked my mouth up, so there's that. There's my story. And I also pretty much gave up wearing my retainer because, you know what they told me?
What?
You know how usually it's like you have to wear it all the time for a certain amount of time, and then you just wear it at night.
Yeah.
And so they'd say I have to wear it permanently for like the rest of my life.
And you were like, you know what?
I'm like, you know what? It's not fucking worth it. I don't give a fuck. You can't talk right in that shit. You have to take it out every time you fucking eat. And I'm like, yeah, it's not fucking worth it. I ain't gonna do that for the rest of my fucking life. I'm like, fuck that. So I pretty much told him to fuck off. And then I just went about my life, and I'm fine.
Olette!
I'm fucking fine, okay? That was completely halted. So anyway, Blaine, how was
Huh?
how was everything for you after I just went through that spiel?
Fine.
The Roxas that I know.
I'm just kind of worried about my tooth bucking out, but that's fine.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, did I immediately make you self-conscious?
No, I've always been self-conscious about it because they were kind of perfectly straight whenever I went into college, and then I kind of ran out of wearing my retainer for a while because college stressful, and I wanted good sleep, so I didn't wear them because I wanted to actually go to sleep, and a lot of time my retainer will keep me up because it hurts, and
It does.
And then the more and more I didn't wear them, the more and more it hurt when I tried to put them back in, which the more and more I didn't wear them. And now my tooth is bucked out. And it hasn't bucked out extremely anymore. But once it got to a certain point, it kind of stopped. But like if you would have compared it to first semester freshman year to now, it looks like night and day, I bet.
Am I supposed to go to the mansion?
Yes. Well, I guess it doesn't look like night and day because you can't really tell it by looking at someone, but I can feel it,
Right.
Like whenever I put my finger up to my mouth, I can feel the fact that there's a definite thing there. But I went to the dentist and they didn't say anything about it, so I feel confident about it.
The dentist isn't really going to say much about it. The orthodontist is the one who's like, "You fucking shit." So, and they're always anal about it because they always want to try to find some way to get money.
Yeah, also.
So
that's also the weird part of like you want to talk to a professional about it, but you're
But they're
also
always like,
are they just trying to get money from me? Is this as bad as they say?
I'm convinced the orthodontist just wanted to suck money out of me. Because they told me all this shit I had to do and blah, blah. I'm like, it's not fucking worth it. And they tried to convince me that it was. I'm like, no, it's not.
Because, that's how I feel about the dentist, too. Because, whenever I was at the dentist this past week...
I don't trust a dentist. No offense to our cousin Bailey, who's a dentist.
But she was, telling me it was, the best way to stop this from happening and you not having gum disease is to come see me more. And
literally, that is.
And make sure you do everything correctly and floss and stuff like that and get regular checkups and blah blah blah. And I was like, but
why?
Mom hasn't been to a dentist in forever, and her teeth are fine. And she even says, she's like, yeah, I have gingivitis. I probably have gum disease, but it's fine.
Wow.
She's like, it's alright.
I haven't been to the dentist in a year. And the only reason I ever go to the dentist because, I'm a full-grown man, but Mom would be like, you really need to go see the dentist. I'm like, no, I don't. She's like, yeah, you fucking do. And I'm like, no, I don't fucking know. And then eventually I'm like, alright, fine, I'm going to see the fucking dentist. I have a terrible fear of the dentist, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all did not know that. I have to have somebody go with me to get a cavity filled, just because my anxiety is that high.
I have to get a cavity filled. I'm not worried about it. I do want to get it done, which annoys me because like they set up the appointment and they set up for a date, and I was like, yeah, I think that's good. Then I looked up that date, and it's the first day of UTC classes. So
Oh, well,
yeah, I'll be in Chattanooga, and then I need to figure out something to do about that. But well, might have to wait till spring break, which is gonna suck because I don't want to spend spring break getting a cavity filled and then
Well, it
recovering
only
from
fucks
getting
you
a
up for a
cavity.
day. That's another reason why I hate getting cavities filled, because it fucks you up for a day. Like, they do it, and then your whole face is numb for like 4 hours afterwards, and your face is like swollen and shit. And it's goddamn, it's fucking ridiculous.
That's why I was really hoping I wouldn't have a cavity whenever I went. That's the only thing I was hoping. I was like, just please don't have a cavity. And it was so annoying because she checked all my teeth, then got to the last one. She was like, you feel that? I'm like, yeah. She's like, that's a cavity. And I was like, dang it. Last tooth.
I expect every time I go to the dentist, I expect to have like just my mouth to be fucked with cavities, but it's usually not. I usually have about like 2, maybe.
I think this is the. Well, actually, it might be the second. I can't remember, but I think it's the first cavity I've ever had.
It's not. I've had many cavities filled, and it's not bad. What they do is that they'll go in there and they'll put you on nitrous oxide.
Well, I looked at what they did. I looked it all up.
You looked it up?
Yeah, when I got home, I looked it all up.
Oh well,
I
no,
know
but
everything
I'll
happens.
take you through my experience. Now, I haven't had a cavity filled. I was in college, actually, when I got the one filled. But they put me on nitrous. I was in nitrous. You get high as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You flying on the shit. Anyway, so I'm high on nitrous. Then they take a swab, and they swab. And some doctors will do the shot. Others will do the swab. What the swab is it has God damn it! I'm an EMT, and we use this on the fucking. We use it on the fucking truck. God damn it!
Ooh, it's that boy.
Oh, it's Riku. Holy shit, dude.
Anyways, I think we're gonna continue with the story next time.